gamifying your life could be the key to your success? Could it be that there's something more going on, hacking the very psyche that gets people addicted and even obsessed when playing video games that we can learn from? Come on, let's go for a walk.
I'm sure we have all witnessed, or maybe even we ourselves, when we were younger or older, have spent countless hours glued to the screen, obsessing over beating a video game. Well, what if we can take something that we learn from video games and bring it to our real, everyday?
Hell no. In video games, you die, motherfucker. And in real life, there ain't no take-backs or redos.
Okay. Obviously, we can't live our real life like it's some sort of Grand Theft Auto, or spend our afternoon chasing Pikachu or something. But there are definitely things that make video games addictive and fun that we can bring into our real life to spice it up and achieve more success. In video games, people get addicted to acquiring points that unlock prizes which make our character more of a badass than they were when we started. As we continue to acquire these badges of achievement, we unlock new levels. Each new level brings with it excitement because it's new. We kind of know what to expect, but not really. We know it'll be more difficult, but we like it. It may take us longer to win the next level than it did the first, but we look forward to the challenge. If only we can tap into this momentum and motivation in real life. Today we are going to discuss how. Let's head back home.
Welcome to the Freedom Chasing YouTube channel, where we help people just like you think, learn, and live freely. Okay, so I know you can begin to see why and how games are addictive with all the badges, levels, and skins and bragging rights we accumulate throughout the game. The time you spent working on your craft and building the video game character up to an unstoppable beast was all made possible because of your efforts. So if we can, then we should look at our life through a gamified lens. We need to shake off looking for the easy way out. We need to shake off the laziness and the habit of complaining about our starting point. In gaming, we know we are starting from level 1, and we are okay with this because we know everyone is starting from the same place. So it makes us feel better. But step back for a second and ask yourself, is everyone really starting from the same place? Some people are gifted gamers. Some have gained experience from other games that will help them in this game. Some people are surrounded by gifted hardcore gamer friends. In real life, we all are born, and that's more or less where the level playing field ends. We are born to random parents in a random hospital or home in a random place on the globe. So one could reasonably say that our starting point is more or less the same. You may say, well, in games, we know the end goal, so we are motivated to finish the game. In real life, the goal of the game is unclear and therefore unwinnable. In games, we usually know the end, but that in itself isn't what keeps you going, especially on longer, more complex games. So we must ask ourselves, what keeps the gamer persevering through the levels? I think there are several things that are at play that keep a gamer not only motivated, but interested. There are tons of small tasks that lead to unlocking small items or unlocking different features that add to the player's accolades and skill level. These accomplishments and progress build onto the player's character in the game, but also add to the gamer's commitment to winning and beating the level they are on to take on the next. Think skins, clothing, weapons, and skill level improvements for both the character and the gamer that are accomplished along the journey. Again, all these things, both tangible and intangible, are getting the gamer more and more committed to seeing it through until the next level. They begin to think, how good can I get? How far can I go? To replicate these same feelings in real life, one must be committed and willing to self-reflect and not take their lives so seriously. Without a process for self-reflecting, your incremental achievements that are preparing you for the next level may go unnoticed, leaving you with the feeling that you aren't making progress. In real life, you may very well be one idea away from massive success. You may be one person away from finding true love. You may be one decision away from unlocking the next phase of your life. I got chills going through my body. Something that I don't hear many gamers talk about is the feeling they sometimes have after a long session of gaming. It's the feeling that you just wasted a lot of time. It's the feeling of emptiness and loss. Lost knowing you can never get that time back, no matter how often or how hard you hit the undo button. You don't even need to be a gamer to be familiar with that feeling. If you're feeling this content, go ahead and smash that like button. Smashing it will make you feel better, and telling a friend about this video will help both of you feel better. So do it for your friend and this channel. In real life, all the little things you accomplish, all the little lessons you learn, all the pain and struggles become badges and achievement awards. The trick is, how can we see these things for what they are in the real world? A good place to start is to stop taking life so seriously. We all are born and we all die, so live. But I bet you want a step-by-step guide. So here's mine. The first step is to start off by defining the game. What does winning look like? You don't necessarily need one sentence that covers every single facet of your life, but you should know about the ones you really care about. You can break it up like I do into these categories: lifestyle, wealth, traveling, and community. Lifestyle means to me health, habits, and mindset. Wealth to me means living a life with no bad debt hanging over my head and increasing my standard of living by only living off the investment income. Traveling opens my eyes and mind, which feeds my curiosity and creativity. Finally, community. Community to me means that I'm growing my social circle with quality people who make me better in one or more of the areas I just shared. In games, they break down goals into small tasks. They do this in creative ways that lead you down a path to accomplish the game. In real life, you have to do this for yourself. Don't feel like you have to create your entire master plan right now or draw out every single step. Life is much too exciting, filled with obstacles and curveballs that will challenge you, that you will have to overcome. It took me time to get to where I'm at, but you better believe this channel is your cheat code. The last thing that games do well is they gradually increase the level of difficulty. You must match your current task to your current skill level in the real world. If a game makes level 1 too hard or the first task within a level too difficult, it may cause players to get extremely frustrated too early, resulting in them quitting. I actually see this happen in real life all the time, but in real life, we actually do this to ourselves. The good thing is, you can control the level of difficulty of your task. So if you set out on a task that is too difficult, whether in a game or in real life, before you have enough skills and wins to ride on, then you risk quitting. Be good to yourself in a way that builds you up. Your goal should be to get stronger and more resilient. Reward yourself strategically in ways that build up this resiliency. Give yourself rewards that add to the thing you accomplished, not take away. Reward yourself with too much cake because you worked out hard and ate healthy for a week is the equivalent of accomplishing level 10 only to find out you are going to level 11 with the preparation of level 5. To avoid going off on a tangent, I'll quickly say this. There's nothing wrong with eating cake, but it's better to just eat the cake every once in a while and include it in your meal plan instead of putting it on a pedestal as your reward. Finding a reward that aids you in your accomplishment and further commits you to your success is much better. It doesn't need to be big. It can be as simple as buying a new gym outfit, or asking for a friend to tag along, or signing up for a day at the spa. I'll give you just one more example. Let's say your goal is to build up an emergency fund because you want to create a safety net. You saved money for a few months and hit the dollar amount you were aiming for. It was tough. You had to sacrifice and say no to a few friend outings or not participate in an item that was being released. You decided to reward yourself by buying a brand new MacBook. Your old MacBook was working perfectly fine, and you didn't have a real need for one. Now your reward negatively impacted the very thing you worked hard to achieve. You worked hard to not splurge, and you rewarded yourself by splurging on something that wasn't necessary and added little to no value to your life. These types of purchases are unfulfilling and usually lead to people buying add-ons to fill the emptiness, which further increases the cost. Add-ons don't need to be obvious things like cases or a Bluetooth mouse. They can be things like expensive snacks at the mall you went to that led to a dinner with the friend that you saw. Instead, a reward could have been, now I get to invest in this crypto or this stock, the equivalent of graduating to level 2. This is how games reward you. They give rewards that add to your accomplishment, not take away. Now, mind you, a MacBook may be a great reward if you buy it to increase your productivity, which increases your income, which further adds value to your accomplishment. But it would be horrible if your goal was to save $5,000 and you spend $1,500 on your reward. The reward should match the effort it took to get there. A game would not give you level 100 rewards for accomplishing level 10 goals. So examine how you reward yourself, and this could be the key to a massive future accomplishment. Check out this video over here. I know you will find it eye-opening and very informative if you make it to the end. Cheers to your freedom chasing success.